Okay. Okay. Great to see everyone again. Oh, okay. Good to see everyone. Let's see what's going on here. Do I have my picture today? Oh, I do have my picture. You have that up there. Things are weird. Okay. Get that up there. Whoops. Let's get that out of the shot. Last week we did this. We did the what is this? Can't even remember what the name of that boat was. Stephen L.S. Court boat. Well, it was a bar. Stewart, right? I can't even read my. I can't read my writing because that's one of the things when you do paintings like this. If you do the type really nice and you can read the type, you can't read anything else. It's so you focus on the type. So one of the things is when you do type, don't make it too perfect because you want the eye to move around a little bit. So that is why I did that. I mean, yes, I could noodle that, sit there and noodle that, put an hour in and noodle that type out. And knowing me, I'll forget a letter, which is usually what happens. It's always forgot something like that. But here we go. This isn't too bad. This is kind of fun. I mean, it's a nice winter scene, nice harbor scene up there in Duluth. I thought you guys, there were some really excellent ones done today or last week. And I want to say congrats on those to you guys because I think you guys really did well. I know Kim did really well, and Sharon did really well, and I think Eva even painted it. And then we had a bunch of chickens who didn't paint it. But that's just the way this goes. Sometimes you don't want to try something new and different, but we tried that, and we had kind of fun. It was kind of fun. But today we're going back to just a nice simple landscape here. And I'll pull it up in a minute and we'll dig through it. This one is, I think this is New Mexico. I'm not sure who gave it to me. Somebody gave it to me, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. So let me pull it up, and we'll go through the design and color. Let's see if it showed up. Did I not send it? I did everything else, everything but send it to myself. Hold on. Oh my God. 1 second. Okay, can't do it that way. Not coming up that way. Okay, I have to do it and download it right from the. There it is, right there. Okay. There's always something. I was saying I'm doing so well today. I got everything. I got this class down. I got. There's nothing to worry about. I can do this class. But of course, there's got to come back and bite me. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I think this is New Mexico. It could be Arizona too. Yeah, whatever. We're not talking about that. We are really talking about this beautiful little, cloud formation that's just swirling in here. Beautiful little swirls coming in. We got these beautiful blue, purple mountains in the background. Got just a little bit more land in there. Got a great street taking us all the way back there. And we got a lot of brush and, cactuses and all kinds of other stuff. But we also have these beautiful little poles, going back and telling us, everything's telling us to go back here. Go that way, young man. Go that way. So we're going to go that way. Let's see what else. Let's see deeper into here. You can see this is what happens right here. You can see half the road to that one point, and then it picks up after it back in here. So it goes really pretty small back there. So we got the hills here, little hill, hill here, along there. A lot of area back in here, which, I'm sure it looked perspective wise, it says there's a lot of land there because everything's from here has gotten so big right here, has gotten so small there. So that does say that there's a lot of space there. Little things to think about when you, start putting some brushwork to it. Is, little marks back in here, little marks. Everything gets littler, just like the telephone poles. And I'm going to count every one of these poles. We have, at least, 8, 10 poles there. So we got to have 8, 10 poles to do. I was looking, I thought those might be birds up there. But they aren't. So here we are. Let me see anything else I want to talk about on this one. I just, I think the color overall is just so handsome because of this, the blue sky showing through over here on this side and the orange over here on this side. Those two just love each other. They go so well, they complement each other so well. To have them on each side just kind of like causes this like boom, 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 going back and forth your eyes. And then you got this beautiful swirl that helps move it around. It just takes you all in here, just like that. But it's just in reverse. It's really good. The road's really supposed to take you in here, feed you into this thing, feed you into the mountain, then feed you into this, and then let you come to that point. Then start all over again. That's the thing. Just keeping that eye moving, and figure out ways to draw the whole thing together. Like this over here, you could the poles themselves pull the sky down, tie the sky to the land, and we will be, looking for little things to do over here. Birds, anything, a couple birds like that, just like that. Okay, there's a dead animal right there. So these are hawks or crows or vultures swinging around up there. Now look at it. Now it has a whole idea to it too. So that even makes it better. Okay, maybe not. But just thinking, you got to think about those things. I mean, just a dot here, dot there. It could be air, it could be leaf, it could be something. That will be the little things that can draw this whole thing together back here too on this side. This side, it's just a little weak because this one has all the poles in it. So if you had just a few little things like that, little dots, even again, how I put the air in, that would be fabulous over there. And pull the sky down with the land, tie them all together. So, so you don't have separation of, everything just separates away from each other.
So Jim, you put the cactus on the right-hand side in the foreground.
Is there one?
No, but you wouldn't put one, is what you're saying, because you want.
Oh yeah, you could put one here. Look at that. It works.
Oh no, not that big.
Not that big?
No, but you see, okay. It's like there's a blank space there where you see a little bit of fence. It'd be nice to fill that in with something a bit.
Even a fence post, just like this, are good to go too. Just something. Oops, keep saving it instead of getting rid of it. Yeah, something like that would always be nice. And a cactus. If you feel a cactus, I mean, it is Very broken up over there. I mean, it is, it's got this little, dead area here. Yeah, I can see it barely has a little lines of fence going in there. You know, just a just a hair taller fence going back like that is cooler too. That might work really good. It almost feels like it could be a drive then. Somebody's lives out there in the middle of nowhere. Maybe it's not nowhere. I shouldn't say that. But you draw a little bit of a road there, and you got it made. So, pretty cool. Glad you pointed that out. Let's go color wise. Yeah, like we were talking about color. Beautiful purples in here. Very cool purples. These are alizarin crimson type purples. Alizarin crimson, so it's a cool red with the blue, and they should work out really well back there. But then you got the warm sky here that has a little more phthalo green in it. You can tell that. And then you got your yellows and your oranges. If you're going to start with this one, like using alizarin back in here, stuff, it might be a good idea to see how much you can use it in the rest of it, just to keep colors down where you don't get, too crazy with oranges and yellows and stuff. I think you can make pretty much everything here just with, very limited palette. So this could be a very nice painting as a limited palette, color wise. But we still have I got all my colors out, so we're not gonna be limited that much. But these could be pretty nice. So, any big questions? Any other questions? I know it's just so nice to be able to hear me. It's crazy.
It's a beautiful scene.
Isn't it? It really is. I like it. I think it's, I got a talking to. Somebody said they wanted more landscapes. After this, there was a Thursday lunch, I hear, and some people got together and they all decided I need to do more landscapes, I heard. So that's where this one came from. So we are doing landscapes, and we are set. We're doing landscapes from now on out. That's it.
It makes me want to go on a road trip.
Doesn't it? This could be Highway 66, right? Or Route 66.
Yep.
That'd be fun. So we'll all pack into a convertible. We'll go on a Route 66, and every day we stop and do a painting. There you go. We'll sell the painting and just buy gas and just keep going.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that was an idea. Okay, we good here then? I think we're good. I think it's a great painting. I think it's going to be, it should be very interesting to paint, and hopefully, I think I'll have a lot to say about it. So let me go. Let's get going over to the palette. And, oh gosh, remember what I'm doing here. There, that's what I'm doing. And we're going to go through colors. Ooh, I did not put out enough blue. I'm all out of blue. I got to make a trip. Okay, colors. Titanium white. We got cad yellow light. We got cad red light. We have cad orange. We have yellow ochre. We have Venetian still out. Just ran out of the other, what was my oxide red light. So then you have going back to Venetian, very close, no big deal. Here we have alizarin crimson, cobalt blue hue, phthalo green again, of course. I think I got some. Oh, good. My burnt sienna is still good. I don't know if I'll use it. This out, I'll use it. This is burnt umber. These are out from Saturday's class. And that should be it. That's all the colors I'm talking about. The other ones are leftover goofy things. Big brushes, big ideas. Got some nice big ones here. Got some nice, beautiful little synthetics, rosemary synthetics, and a range of bristle brushes. These guys will probably come in very handy when we start doing the land. And we start doing all this all the stuff down there, all the little bushes and things. This should be fun. All right, we're gonna mix colors. Put these guys away. Nice. So, paint eraser. And it signs. This is a great signature thing too. It really signs if you're painting on these guys. I mean, if you're painting wet into wet, I end up signing my painting before it's even dry because I have to get the signature in there. Okay. Toughest thing is now to figure out your greens and to figure out your blues and your purples and stuff. So let's see. Got some nice dark warm reds and greens and stuff here. And then we have some very cool ones going back. Okay, phthalo green. Let's start out with phthalo green. Get our greens out of the way. We're going to put out 4 dabs of green. First one I'm going to do is Venetian green. Going to make sure one's on the red side, which won't be hard. Venetian's a very strong color. Now I have to down to 3 piles because that one went right away. I was thinking like that, so you can see how that matches up right there. That's what I was thinking because this red warmth will come forward in the painting. So just putting a little of that there. The next one being on the green side, very green side.
This is Venetian, Jim.
Yeah, Venetian and phthalo green. Yes. And phthalo green. I know I've used this color. It's become my color. Phthalo green again. And alizarin. This is going to be probably on the green side. So make this one on the alizarin side. Looks like I'm using up all my alizarin. There we go. You can see the purple though. You can see how that's purple. Yeah, this one has green to it. But when you take these guys all the way down, grayed out versions of these guys with white, they should be getting real close to this road or some stuff up here. That's the thing. It's just getting those values right, using this scale on the side for your values. You get them right, and it's hard to be wrong. You can only be wrong if you're totally the wrong temperature. And you can tell you're wrong temperature if it's red, if it feels dirty. If it feels dirty, it's too warm. That means it has to be cool. If it's feels chalky, just doesn't have any guts, feels kind of chalked out, that means it's too cool. Got to be warm. So it's just really, it's that simple. It's how to flip these things. So it's instead of going with a cool red, you should have went with a warm red. That's how simple it is. Okay. Blues now. We're going to go with our blues and finish this guy off. Blues and alizarin. This one's going to be heavy in alizarin. So I should be able to get all the mountains and pretty much everything out of that. Okay, that one, I should be able to pull that down. This one, not as much alizarin, which is good because I did not take and put a bunch out. So this is really, I like to have one almost on the blue side anyway. So this just has a little bit of alizarin in it. Just, I can always steal something here and put it into. So, these piles can be, grabbed from and exchanged. Sorry, I'm just getting rid of all the paint on my knife so I don't just wipe it off my. All right, next color. We're gonna need some other grayed out blues, I think, some smokier blues. I'm gonna guess on that. So those would be, again, just like this. It's almost Venetian in blue. That would be easy to get on Venetian side on that one. It should be a little harder to get on, stay on the blue side than this one, but like I said, that Venetian just took over again. So we'll see. We will see. So that's pretty much a lot of the guts of the painting. Basically, we got to come up with some blue grays. These guys are gonna come out to be some blue grays. We need to get some blue sky here. So the last couple colors I need to do are going to be phthalo green and blue. This one's going to be on the green side. That's a beautiful color. Good ones to remember, just half my painting is just remembering what I did, my colors. And I swear these colors, I use the same palette for every painting. I use pretty much, it seems like I don't really change that much. But I do, I really do. I don't, The last color I want to make up for now. If you have burnt sienna, that's great. Burnt sienna and blue. A couple burnt siennas and blues together. This will be the road. I don't know if it's going to be exactly the road. I might not use it for the road, but I want to have it. I'm just going to make it since it's where I have burnt sienna and stuff. This is just a beautiful gray anyway, so if nothing else, I might be able to use in the sky if I'm toning them down. So there's your colors. All right. Next is coming up with the key for the painting. What key is this painting in? Finding everything in here, I would say you would have to look probably right in the middle of this cloud here. 6 would be a nice value going for it. I think so. I'll work at 6. That means a lot of white going into some of these things. So let's take these piles down. And take them down to 6. Include every pile. These guys probably won't. Six shouldn't be too much white. But let's start with that. That's a good 7. Boy. That one. 6 it is, though. 6 is the number. The number is 6. That's what to go for. So these are phthalo green and oxide red or Venetian. You can see my phthalo greens doing pretty well there. That's a lot of green showing through there on that one. But you never know. You never know. Oh, this one, boy, I just wiped off that whole paint. I wiped off all the, way too much white. But that's okay. This is alizarin and phthalo green. This is alizarin and phthalo green on the alizarin side. Might have to lighten that one up. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I might be able to use even in here. I'll be able to find some light areas. Just has to go one step lighter. And this one too, just a little bit lighter. And these two together, mixed together nicely, should give me a beautiful gray. It does give me a gray. Needs like, looks like I need a warm gray though. This one should have been red. And that's where the phthalo green really kind of takes over when you add white to it. It just takes over a little bit. There you go. That's the color I wanted. That's a lot closer to the road. Being able to use it in the road. This green is just unusable. Needs more red. Or Liz. There we go. Just want to see a little green. I don't want to see, Ireland green here. I want a nice, putty green. Kind of move back here too. Okay. These now we're moving into the blues. These are, I'm hoping, going, this is the blue and alizarin with white. This is what I was hoping was going to be back in here. It's pretty close. Pretty doggone close. Might be just a tad cool, but not bad. And then this is the blue version of it. Looking at it, let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay, next colors. These are oxide red or Venetian and blue. These are going to be very grayed out purples. Bet you if I put more Venetian in this color, just to get a little more red to it. Yeah. Okay. I really thought it was going to be alizarin. I really did think it was going to be alizarin. Turns out it's Venetian and blue with those mountains back there. Just a slightly warmer. So if you had Venetian, if you had Terra Rosa, if you had oxide red, just a little bit more of that in there, just so we could just see it over that purple. This blue gray, this should, let me check. This is the blue purple, the purple in there. Wow. Okay. These two. I thought it was sure going to be these two. Maybe I can use these two up here. Maybe that's where these guys go. Probably. That's why you mix the colors. Got to play the game. That's why we play the game. You never know.
What ones are you aiming for the mountain at the minute?
The colors I'm using for the mountain?
No, but like looking at your palette now, if you had to go for the mountain, where are you trying to play around? Those end ones?
Right in here, right in the middle here.
Yeah.
There's a kind of a purple group. There's a red purple that kind of falls back in here. And the simplest thing is the red sides, most of the mountain, the blue sides, basically the shadow of the mountain. That's it. You don't need too much more back there.
All right.
But I will be able to use some of these greens if there's any greens I want to put in here.
Yeah,
Those will go in there beautifully too.
yeah.
At least that's what I'm seeing. Okay, this is way too much of anything, so it needs more white. Sky here. Getting it up to it's way too blue. Needs to be green. And this one's turning out blue too. That means really a lot more phthalo green than blue, which is kind of cool because purples and greens go great together. Yeah, this is almost, these guys are way too blue. It's almost going to be green, I think. Green with just a little bit of blue in my palette here. Really aqua, really on the green side. Wait. And a lot lighter than this. Let's do it right here. That's going to be a lot closer. And see, that even dark. Wow. This dark there, but it's about right here. Still blue. It's just pure phthalo green. Yeah, it'll do. One of these. Not going any farther. That's it. No more playing. I might have to warm it up. I can use these guys back in here for this stuff back in here. It's going to grow, gray it down. Some white. Oh, good. Those work. Those will work. I mean, there's going to be touch places in here all over our views. Now I'm going to go for the road. The road is basically burnt sienna and blue. This is on the blue side. Definitely blue side. And this should be on the brown side. It's really heavily in the brown. I say brown, I mean burnt sienna. I'll save half that up there. Ah, close. Okay. I really cheated a little bit because of that one was so, I thought I had that one was going to be on the burnt sienna side, and it really wasn't. So I just on this side, I just really almost went pure burnt sienna and just a little bit of blue, which is pretty close. I'm going to take each one of these guys down a little bit farther now, because I want to get to the value of this road. That road is probably right around a 5, looks like. So not too far. If you want, just do what I just did. Just steal a little sky that's probably reflecting in this, is reflecting into this thing. You're going to find out that's a great way to really get that color, because then you're really playing with all the things that are there. You know, that sky up here is reflecting in here, and that's getting really close. Now it's just got to be lightened enough. White, get it to the right value. 2 steps lighter. And it's getting really close, but still now it cooled it off a little bit. That's okay. One thing to know is though that when we're all said and done on the palette, even though some colors are not perfect, but if you build them so that the values are all strong like this, that they fight about the same, you're really in great shape. Okay, The last few things we got to do is really just work on the lights and the color of, of the sand. And when we do the sand, we'll probably get a lot of the clouds colors too out of that. I'm going to start off with some burnt sienna first. And burnt sienna and oak. Burnt sienna ochre should be a beautiful match. Pretty much, I just kind of overwhelmed it right away. You can see this could be on the sides a little bit, probably a little bit more ochreish. I mean, almost, as you can see, ochre is pretty much it. I just want to be too perfect like that right off the bat. And then just hit each one of these guys, take a piece of them, hit it with a lot of white, and you should get it. See? Magic. Let me see you do that again. Hit this one with a little bit of white. This should be on the red side. That one's on the ochre side. That should get it pretty close. There you have a little bit of some things to play with. I would do that. I'd also take pieces of these guys, put some phthalo green or sky into them, get a couple greens like this. Really nice, earthy greens. See, that's when you're doing landscapes, everything gets mixed up together. Colors and stuff. You want to mix all these colors. You're going to want to get these yellows here into some of these greens and stuff. You're going to be able to get all the greens out of it. But let's take these guys down a little bit, and then we'll make let's get some clouds going here. At least the lightness, brightness back there. We are way warm. That's okay. Okay. Let's get it up, get going. There we go. Value wise, start to get the right value. Save a little bit of it. So this is just ochre and white, basically a little bit of burnt sienna left in it from this pile. A lot of white to take it up to about a 2. Then I'm going to take this pile and just split it up a few times. Keep a couple brush strokes full of paint here. This one I want to add just a little more alizarin to. Get that red that's in the sky. Kind of an orange stuff. Alizarin should do it. With mixed in here. Once you start to get that color. And boy. Blue's not going to help. Blue's definitely not going to help. Okay. Did not help. See, this is what I say. Get your colors out. Make sure you don't run out of them. And I'm just running low. Oh, alizarin, I'm running low. I gotta make a trip. Cad red medium will do it too. Fine. It's a cool red. So basically we need a cool red. So this is some purples that are going to be going up in here. Just more on the red side. There we go. Touch more white because I red so dark, just darkened it up a little bit. I'm gonna lighten up a piece of it. I don't have to lighten up everything. I just lighten up a smaller piece of it. Trying to get to that value.
What is that, Jim, please?
This is yellow ochre plus white plus just a little bit of alizarin. It does have a little bit of blue in it because I hit my I cross pollinated the piles when I reached in. So it has just a touch of blue in it. So I was really shooting for a different color. That blue cooled it off. Let me see if I can do it. Get the color I want here. This is supposed to be more what I wanted. Yeah. This is more what I wanted. And that one was just going to be some more on the blue side. I'm just going to leave it now. I got that one. Okay. The last little things I would do, if you want to do some things here, you might grab a few of these blues and cooler greens up here. And we'll just add just a little bit of, I'm going to add orange to each one. And that should be enough to get me some, you know, some greens that I can work with that are not going to be too powerful because it's an overcast. It's not overcast, but the some of the stuff's not showing through. I mean, we've got some cloud action going on. So I want to get a few greens, but I don't want any really powerful ones. So, and if I want to punch these guys up with some cad yellow, that would be it. So you notice I just kind of stayed away from the cad yellow, but now I'm gonna bring out the big guns. Bring out some cad yellow and grab a piece of these guys and just get the tops. Now that they are kind of saturated with color, you know, they're not bright. So I'm not going to get any Kelly greens out of this. I definitely don't want any Kelly greens. I want just really khaki kind of greens for this thing. So that's what I'm working on. You don't need a whole lot. I think this is it. So you have one decent green here. Then you got some yellow greens, some red greens, and then you got some red grays, you know, gray greens. Enough to do what we need to do. This one, last one, yellow, I'm going to put some cad yellow in it. Because there is one little spot up there that could be more yellow in the sky. So they're all built nicely. I'll go through the colors real quick and we'll move on. I'm going to add just didn't have any cat orange. There's a little bit of cat orange in that sky too. Just do a little bit of ochre and cat orange here and then pop with some white. That's pretty close. Just lost on intensity though. There. All right. So this is cat orange out of this ochre and white. Just add cat orange. Just see if I can leave some off my knife here. Okay. Colors. We start off with phthalo green and oxide red here, or Venetian. Oh, ran out of that one, so make sure you have you can tell what these are. Yeah. These are for the up close. Anything dark is for up close or halfway through this painting. You know, anything in the brush that's halfway to that end of the street. You see, that's pretty much it. Can be used these dark colors. We don't need too many of them. But when I took all those colors down, this is phthalo green and alizarin. These two, this is on the green side, red side. This is alizarin in blue. This is on the blue side. This is on the, that's on the red side. This is on the blue side. This is blue and Venetian. This is on the Venetian side. And this is on the blue side. Don't need too much of that stuff, but you never know. Bringing them down, you got these nice, beautiful, smoky purple colors. Over here, I was trying to make the sky. I was really trying hard. And I was going, you know, sky. Sky is definitely, it's a blue and it's phthalo green mixed together. And it should be, you know, it should be. But this is this blue is just a little daunting and not a little too tough for that spot. It'll come in handy farther back in here in this landscape. This is on the green side, and I brought it down with some white, and it still was way too blue. So this one is almost should be almost pure phthalo green and white. You know, this sky up here should almost be almost pure phthalo green and white. It's really close to it. Anyway, that's what I was coming up with. Over here, we did blue and burnt sienna. This is on the blue side. This is on the burnt sienna side. Came down with white to about, we were doing like 6s, coming down with 6 on everything, about 6 value. And that's what we got there. Over here, we look working on the sand, the land but on the edges here, and we started off with burnt sienna and ochre. And one ochre, burnt sienna on that side, ochre on this side, came down with white, pretty close to it, close as you need to get. Then I went one more step with white, made a big enough pile that I could split it. This one I put in purple into it, basically a little alizarin and a little bit blue. This one I put in just alizarin in, so it's kind of a little bit more red. This one I put cad yellow in. And this one I put cad orange in. And that is going to help make up the sky up here. They might be a little dark. Might have to add more white to them, but that's it. They should be equal amounts of white to each one of these colors. That's the palette. It's, you know, you notice it's always feels about the same. All right. All right, you guys should be done by now. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Okay.
I always get a kick out of that. You guys, somebody always will laugh at that. Thank you. All right, here we come. Set things up. Hopefully, I spent most of the last week working on my lights, getting new lights put in. So we will see how it helps. See, it's so bright you can't even see the canvas. The canvas just faded off. Faded off into nothing. No, I forgot. Forgot to grab one. It's never a problem. There's plenty of canvases here. All we got to do is break the plastic on it. Just doesn't. They just don't like to break on these things. This is part of one of those crazy dreams you have. At least I have nightmares. I have in front of everybody. Here I am trying to just undo the plastic on my canvas. I'll wake up in cold sweats about that. Oh no! No. Yeah, that's the worst. That's not too bad. That's the worst thing that happens to me. Let me get you in closer. I think we can come in closer, tilt this down a little bit. Try to keep it, yeah, not too close. I can't get in here. So I'm gonna keep it for you guys can at least see the thing. Nicely centered. Well, come on, square up. Okay. Everything's messed up. Here we go. All right, here we go. What do you guys want to tone it with? Burnt sienna? Okay. Love asking questions and answering.
Okay, so why wouldn't you do it with a gray?
A gray?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. What
Well,
gray?
not saying to do it, but I'm just querying why you chose burnt sienna.
Oh, just because of this stuff. I think I can get this lightness and stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
it could be a red. It could be it should be probably uh Venetian. It should probably be Venetian, really should be.
All
Okay.
right.
It should be, but I was gonna go against Norm and just say I'm gonna go for mud. And but I spoke it out loud. I didn't. I opened my mouth. So it's too late to change. But anybody else wants to go with like Venetian, they could do that. That'd be fine. I'm I'm going for a little bit of more warmth in my painting. And that's what I'm going. I'll go with and I've done Venetian or sometimes just been doing it too long. So it's nice change. So something with a little warmth to it might help. It's still gonna be great. I'm just gonna take it really easy, color wise. It's gonna be more of a yellowish, orange canvas. So I'm just gonna take it easy with that. Rub
I'm
it
actually
in.
over another painting, so burnt sienna works well.
One of those, are you?
Yeah, cheap.
I tell you, you don't want to ruin your Mona Lisa by painting over an old one. You want a good canvas. Anyway, think about it. I really like these linen ones too. These linen ones are the best. I mean, they're cheap, cheap, cheap. And I hate the backing, the paper backing they use. I think that makes them look cheaper than they are. Otherwise, man, they're pretty great. I'm just gonna just take this out, lighten it up a little bit more. I got that purple. If we're gonna go over this brown, at least it'll be fun. Okay, drawing it in. I'm gonna leave that and say this is about right here. Clouds are right now. They look perfect. That's just magnificent. It looks just like it. But basically, yeah, all I'm gonna have to do is draw the horizon. Basically, a little bit of right around a quarter of the painting. Pretty low. And finding that vanishing point. I'm gonna keep the vanishing point off center. So at least when I go to and stuff, it's gonna be way back in here. Nice So everything goes back to that one point. A little wider. And then the same there. And then even the telephone poles. You know, if you do a line like this, those telephone poles would be going they're just going like that, just follow the line all the way back down. And that's how you do your perspective for your telephone poles too. Just a little bit of mountains that come up to about the 1/3 level. And 2/3 sky, right? So this right here gets going to be down a little bit more. Too far right here. Okay. Take this line across here, and this would be that valley between the two. You kind of see just a little bit of a drop off right here at the road end, right about in here. And then it picks up way back in here. I went a little bit too far with those guys, probably. But that's all brush work, and then you got a nice brush, some sagebrush right here happening. Okay. Let me make sure I don't have too much of this dark orange around my things. Move back some things back. But this is also, if you 1-point perspective, this is really great. Just everything goes back to 1 point. You could move everything to a point over here and do the exact same thing, or even farther over there. And as long as everything goes back to that one spot, it's perfect. It works. So you don't have to be exact on that one spot there. Okay. All right. Just gonna clean my brush, get a little bit of this brown out of here. All right, I'm just gonna work darks to light the same way I made them. Probably a little bit, most of the darks we did are gonna come up forward here a little bit. So these are gonna be some Venetian and phthalo green mixes right here. And, gonna be a little bit lower. I kind of did them really light, just a little bit darker at the bottoms, these where they grab a little dirt, little areas. That's a phthalo green. Over here, same way. Try to keep it away from your purples, because you're gonna be a mess. You probably should have. I could have done the purples first, and moved forward. But got to challenge it a little bit. Okay, I'm now going to go with the red side, the Venetian side. Yeah, that will definitely go on the top parts of these greens. Going to come more forward. Sections right here. Doesn't really show, but it will show. So these sections here, the red starts to show through. That starts to pop forward. Gives you that contrast that brings it all together. Use it a little bit over on this side. This side I'm going to keep strong and dark. This side I'm going to keep kind of light. So it's not going to get full strength of anything. Yeah. I'll put that. I'm going to put a little phthalo green right here too into the rocks.
Jim, where did the red green go?
Who knows? It went somewhere. It just took off on me. It
can't
took
keep
off.
up.
No, the red green went right on top of a lot of in front of some of the greens. Like this bush back here was kind of a greenish. Right in front of it, there's a little bit more red. You can barely tell. It's right here, a little bit on the tops, more on the top areas and stuff. It's still going to get one more degree of redness to it. And then over here, just not too much, and not really hardly anything at all. Just a little bit more on the bottom of things than anywhere else. There are a couple little plants here going back too. I didn't kind of sagebrushy kind of things here. I didn't fill in, a lot of that stuff is, doesn't have to be even in there yet. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. I'll wipe this green out a little bit. I'm going to go to the road color. Let's get the road in. I'm going to start off with blue on top of it first. The blue gray and burnt sienna and blue color with white. And I'm going to put that back farther. I'm going to put the blue a little further back, and as I come forward, it's really thinning out. So it's, as you can tell, it's all the real blues be back in here. You might even go, touch the road all the way back here and say, oh, that's the road all the way back there, which it would blue out like that. On top of this here, I'm going to go with this is going to be the burnt sienna side right here going in. And as I go over, I'm going to lighten it with a little bit of more white. I'm just going to, I want to have a few different kind of strokes in here. I don't want it too plain, just, I'll be putting probably in some phthalo green into this too, just because of it's a little boring. So. That is, oh, that's it. Now, you're gonna find this color, probably, gosh. Gonna find a few spots for it in the painting, which is good. That's what you want to do. You don't want your one color in one place. You want to be able to find a few spots you can put it in. And it might come, it's gonna be mixing in with a lot of colors. That's what I'm saying. All right, I'm just going to clean my brush a little bit, just a little oil, just grab the color out of it. I'm going to start by going right back into the mountains now. I'm going to do the blue purple front. So that I'm going to go with I'm not even go with my dark colors. These are going to be the mid-tone, the one number 6s, the second tier colors. And I'm going to go with the blue purple first, and I'm going underneath here, the land, that little stripe here looks really blue in the printout. It's a lot deader than that, to tell you the truth. And it's just a little stripe going across here, but it's a gorgeous little purple. And then what I'm just going to let it grab a few of the tops of these trees here and let that color just kind of gray out on its own. So it's not too perfect. I got some of this green too. I'm going to use some of this. This is some of that sky I made up. I'm just putting it right in here between the mountain and this sand and the road here. Just gonna put that in here. Well, I got it, you know. Okay, now I'm just gonna, and now I'm gonna go purple. And I'm gonna be doing, first I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna go with Venetian and blue and with white. This is pretty simple. I'm not, you know, gonna go with this stuff pretty much the whole way. I'm going to come back with some, just a little bit more blue in my color afterwards. It's really clean. It's just catching just a hair of this burnt sienna. Just, you know, half the thing about doing mountains is just really, it's almost like doing a portrait. You know, you want to get the right look on those mountains, right angles. And then bringing it down. If I bring it down full strength, I'm not going to worry about it. And I'm going to come back in with some other colors. Right into the blue line. And let those two soften each other naturally, coming down into them. So you're going to find out it probably, you know, it could be a step or so, half step dark here on this color. Which would be great, you know, then I can lighten it up and that's fine. Be done in no time. And just basically push into them out, push into these guys a little bit like that. Just nibble at the tops of the and that's it. That's how you do it. Okay, now I'm going to come back with blue, the blue gray version again. What I put in down in here. I might put just a touch more blue into it just because I want it just to be a little different. Not by much. And I'm going to look at trying to figure break these, any of these shadow marks down into shade marks into simple marks. There's not a whole lot of definition there because we're far enough back. You're going to have only a few places where you can really see anything that's, you know, unless you look really close. I'm not looking close. That's half the thing about when I paint like this. I don't like to get caught up in the details at the beginning here. I'd rather pull the details out at the end. That way I can pick out the ones I want and or where I'm going to work with the painting instead of you know, working it the other way where you're working on details, and you figure you have everything and then you find out it doesn't work. So this way you can at least have a better chance of a good successful painting. Without getting too tied down too early. I'm going to blue it out as when I go over to this to the left side here. So these mountains back here have a lot more of the blue purple in them. These guys are still a little purple. I tell you, I really thought it was going to be alizarin. And blue in that. This looks so gray on my palette. This color looks like gray. You know, blue, purple, gray. And then find out it perfect, you know? It's like, oh Jesus. But you know, at least you find out. It's better than painting this thing ahead of time and you know, painting it with that without mixing your colors and then end up going, oh, it is that color. It's a small area. This is the purple. This is alizarin. This is what I was thinking it was going to be, which isn't bad. I mean, that can go in here too, as long as it's you know the same value. It can go in here. This is still considered a cool purple. You know, if it was cat red and blue, it would have been a really warm purple. All right, I'm going to go up here and now start the sky. Start getting these same colors, move them up to the sky. Got this big purple swatch. Definitely. I'm going to go with the. This is what I'm going to do because I did make this alizarin and blue. I'm going to use that. It's the same value as what we got here. As you can see, it just has a little more punch stuff. So I will use that in my sky in this section. And as you see, these are clouds, so they're going to be very smooth, right? So really, I don't have a whole lot of things. That's why I didn't draw these guys out. I didn't have to. I mean, really, all I needed was just a little bit of a mark because sometimes marks. These things are so soft and stuff. We don't need a ton of extra marks. So this is that one. That's more of an angle. Okay. Just a little more blue purple up top here too. Okay, I'm just gonna put it in right in. There's one little spot there that has some decent amount of purple in it. It's more blue than purple. It's on the blue side though. Think about that, getting some little blue side in here. That's the thing, being able to break down red and blue, you know, into your purples, warms, cools, blues. Okay. I'm going to blue this section out too. I'm going to blue it out. Okay. I am done with that. I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going phthalo greens and the lizards. So this next one is phthalo green alizarin. It's on the alizarin side. Right here. It's going to go right there. This is really close. It might be just a hair dark. Probably. Boy, that's a great way to ruin all my white paint by taking a wet brush and just digging into your paint, but white paint, and saying, oh, there it is. And that definitely was not the right color now. Because I graded all the way down. When you lighten it up so much, it's not the right color. But I'll make it work. I know you guys worry about that. I know you guys are all just on your seats, just going, that color was so close. Oh my God. Man, no, you were not. But I'm going to use that phthalo green and alizarin with white. I think it's a 5 instead of a 6 value. Really like right around those colors. I went a little bit, you know, light right up here when I added the white. So I'll mix that back in. The same up here. I'm just going to work it in a little bit into here. I think it's great. You can see this warmth. You see that burnt sienna showing through here in the background? That's really close to what we need. So I'm just gonna look at these things, how these things stretch out as like fingers reaching out. Right? That's all they are, just like fingers reaching out. One a little bit longer than the other, crooked and stuff. Now you get to see this is a zombie land. You guys didn't know that this is really zombie land we're painting, not just a regular landscape. This is where the zombies originated from. Right here, this land. I'm sure they did. So, I'm just going to gray out these colors just a little bit more now. Blend them out. Quick blends, not like everything. I want me to stop in certain places. You know, that's all. I might have went too much myself. So I'm just trying to tell you guys, don't blend them all out. Don't get too blendy. Okay, coming down in here, getting this guy back into shape a little more green on him. As I come down, I'm going to green it out a little bit, color out a little bit more in the green section. Good there. You can go a little bit darker on than what I probably need to go here. So I'm gonna lighten it up. This is phthalo green and alizarin, but it's on the green side. And I just got to bring back in. I think I'm going to bring. What's going to happen is when I bring in the sky back in here, I should knock this. This should knock the color right to the good spot. And I think it's just gonna put it across these back mountains. I'm gonna put it across all the mountains and not bring in the light. As long as these things stagger a little bit so they don't run too straight a line, you know, you have to go, they kind of go up here and come down, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, my printer was running out of ink, so this is why probably this looks a little light compared to what it really looks like. Okay. Keep going. I love that color. The color is almost perfect for a lot of stuff here because there's little spots here. You know, plays against that purple. Really nice. And I just got to bring in the oranges and the greens into here. So this is phthalo green and alizarin I'm working with on the green side there. And same over here. I put in the red in there, the alizarin side first. And then there's just a few markings in here of the phthalo green side. It's subtle. It's very, very subtle. And you can, like you said, you can start to see where that, you know, burnt sienna worked pretty close to the right color. Just working out the clouds there. A little bit higher up here, a little bit smaller blue area you got to go in, which is going in next, in fact. pretty fast, huh? Let me put that purple in one more time. And put it in with a little bit more blue too. Right in here, just this one spot here, just one little streak from there to there. One good stroke. Since I have it, I also want to do it down here. I see it right down there on that guy too. I have it in with a little more green to put it in again. Just a little bit more blue in my brush. And I should be good to go for everything else. Just half the thing is just realizing what colors are going around in here. Those colors, like I said, just you see them in the sky, you're going to see them probably in the mountains. So you're going to look for little spots in the mountains to put it. You know, little lines. That's all you have to do. You don't do much because, as you can tell, we don't really see too much of the mountains. Okay, that light, let's put in that green, blue green here. Let's see if I can put it in. I'm putting it in with a slightly dirty brush, but it's not too bad. I expect it to grab color. That's not bad. That's almost pure phthalo green. Just a hair of blue in it left over. I'm just going to blend these two guys together a little bit. It's a very quick blends. Nothing too worked out. I want to see marks, leftover brush strokes. I want to see places where maybe there's a little more gap of stroke like that. Okay. I'm gonna go back. Let me see if I can lighten this color here. Has to be lightened up. I was gonna try with blue. I had a bunch of blue left over. But I also have a bunch of sky left over. But I think it's gonna be too light. Then we have to work. We have to really rub it in here a little bit. Get it the right color. Okay, but I gotta do it. I'll just do it. Sorry, just talking to myself. Just talking a little bit. I'll shut up. I'll do all this talking. I'm going to find out my mic wasn't even on. You guys are all going, what? What the hell is he talking? I can't hear him. Okay, so that's just phthalo green and a little bit of blue going back into that burnt phthalo green and alizarin I put in with white. So it's basically just the same colors, just a little alizarin in it to grade it out. And I can just, it's going to pretty much give me all the softness to this mountain I need. And if I need to keep lightening it, I'll just keep touching it. I'll just keep bringing in color. That lightens up. Over here, it's just barely, just a little bit different. Just gotta lighten it to be a different value than the mountain itself. That's about it. It's not, I feel like it could go just a hair more light on this side. There's a few spots at the edge. Okay. Now everything starts to get really high key after that. But this is where everything is. This is what the sky is. The sky is pretty much it on the painting. I'm going to go with a couple of darker sky purples and stuff. I'm greens. I'm going to like here. There's a few spots right in here. You can see it's showing through right above and into this cloud here. We can go get a little more of that green in there. Yeah, it's just too bright. I'm going to green it down. Almost too bright. I'm going to bring it down. Can't be that vibrant. It has to be more than that. That's still too bright. That's getting better. Oh, Venetian into it to gray it out. Maybe I should go with Venetian. Here, let me try this. This is Venetian Phthalo Green, which is color it should be. Don't know why I just didn't look. So that's that gray, warm gray you see in there, the warm gray here with white stuff. It's the red on the phthalo Venetian coming through. So I probably could go just a little more Venetian. Try that. Really. I'm working a little bit. I'm thinking it's going to be dark, but I think it might, just by touching it might, I'm thinking it's going to fall into place. I think might not be quite as bad value wise. I mean, it's really probably pretty close. Looking just how that connects, this bottom cloud here, area here, this in here to these fingers and stuff. It basically works right into that cooler purple up here to the outsides here. It's not really fingers, but it's just what it could be. And just a little bit more on top here and there to warm it up. It's like, yeah, just shiftings of purples from, warm purple to a cool purple, and how the two work range themselves. Where at what point do the two shift to a warm purple to a cool purple? Okay, this is gonna be. I'm just putting this in for shape, and then I'm gonna come back and lighten it up. But this is because I know this color can be underneath here, and there's a lot of this kind of stuff here, just billowy round areas going in here. Very dark feeling, isn't it? More. Okay. That in here. Think about the road. You got that blue and stuff on it, just getting that at this front edge, coming back down and dragging it back in here. Got to get a jackrabbit in here, I think. I think got to have a jackrabbit. Something. Jackalope. Yeah. I'll use a little bit of that here, I think. Lighten up that little spot there. Definitely when you get here too, you're gonna want to, build your mountains a little bit better. You're gonna want to use little bit of finger work on these guys. The more finger work you do back in here, I mean, you really want to show that, you know, that's what it was done with. You're not trying to hide anything. You know, you really want this area to be, you know, like that. You want a nice mark for your finger. So basically what I'm going to do is just say, don't look over here. Don't, this is nothing to see here. Stay here on the painting. So just a few smudges with your finger to do it. Okay. Let's get going. I'm gonna go just keep going in the clouds. I think that's really where it got to be. That's where all the time's gonna be, because this stuff here doesn't get that much better. So we're gonna go with the I'm gonna start off with some orange. This came from the burnt sienna and ochre mix with white. Came down with a lot of white, and then I took it over here and I put phthalo cat orange in it. I'm gonna use the darker cat orange part of it first, with less, just a little bit less, you know, white in it. I'm gonna just add a little bit more orange to it. So it's like kind of looks like sand now. Make sure all my hairs are on my brush. Then I can start to see good spots here, the big spots that are going to go orange. One of the things you know is when you put this in, you know, you don't keep going like this. You make mud. You got to put it in like this. Almost like this is where I say you got to put it in like you mean it. You know, like that, because after that, you're going to have mud. Next stroke into that thing, trying to wash it out. It's going to be the two will mix mud. You got mud. So it's okay to have some things like that a little bit, but not everywhere. Just keep it kind of clean, because it's going to get dirty quickly. So this is just cad orange added in, that color. Might put just a touch of cad red into it. Oil. Get my brush back together a little bit. Starts to fall apart. Keep it a little bit redder on this side even. Really not much paint. No, I did not make much of this paint, so I have to be right with it. I'm just putting a little more cad red into it. Orange is good, really, right around the sun area here. You know, has a lot of red into it, and that's probably that's definitely gonna be a little cat ready. Working into those purples, right around there. That's where you get that warmth coming through. The warmth on the bottom sides of the clouds showing through. That works. Here I was, that's the way it always goes. You think it might be, I was in the right range. I was thinking it was going to be cat orange is going to do this job right here. Found out it's really probably, it's really cat red that's doing the really changing it. That's just because I think the cat red I have is a very light red. It has a lot of guts and for being that light. So yeah. Now I'll just be here just swirling my brush around a little bit, trying to recreate marks. These way these guys go is just twisting your brush and stuff. That's really all I'm going to be doing in this area here. And just trying to keep coming back and lightening up this area here, sneaking up on the lightness in here instead of going for it right away. Sneak up on it a little bit, little by, so you get those half steps of color. There we go. Hmm. Okay. This is where I had that orange in here and turned to red over here. So that's right about the right spot. There is some orange in it, but telling you the truth, it was probably more the warmth. So here I was painting, thinking this painting was going to be really on the cooler side in the purples and things. As you get going, you start seeing the warmth start popping through. Did not think that's why I didn't even bring out the cad red into my mixes because I go, no, I don't see it. I don't see how it could be in here. But always be willing to at least, look at things and you'll be fine. Because that's, wow, this is really close to all these dark purples on the outsides underneath here and stuff. This is, like I said, it's pretty light. Those are on the red. Those are red and blue. Those are cad red and blue mixes instead of cad orange. All right. And then I just got to lighten it all up at one step. Now let's see what that cad orange does. Find out. No, it's cad red yet. We'll find out. Going to my next latest color. I'm going to go cad orange and white. I don't know, I probably might not even need that. Let's work this in. That looks like a big step. That's right. That's right. I'm going to start where I think I need it the brightest. Be right in here. So start there. That's where the colors need to be. here, do the same thing. This thing should start to jump really pretty soon. It's like when I think probably when I get a little bit lighter in here, all of a sudden this thing will start making a lot more sense. And I start to get these little bit of changes of light coming in here. Now, if they're going too, they feel like they're too bright, just touch them one more time. You can touch them right down to the right value. Switch to see if this helps. Oh, red purple now I'm kind of going with, trying to see if I can, as I move away from here and stuff, I can gray it out a little bit more. Should be right. I think this goes like almost right in between, like I was talking about fingers here. I have this blue here. And just the separation there. Could go just a touch warmer. So put just a hair more of a cad red into this color. Because just always, you know, if it feels too cool, and especially if it's a red, just put cad red in. That's the key color. Usually always cad red, cad red. You know, you'll find it down in here. Really rich cad reds and stuff. But I think that cad is nicer up here than it gets a little, like I said, a little pasty. So feel the pastiness and you go, wow, that means it's definitely on the red. Cool, too much white in it. And that means it's too cool. So it needs yellow, it needs orange, it will need, could need cad red. And just because I was using cad red over here, I knew. If I was working down in here and on the outsides of these areas here, a lot of the outsides of these areas, clouds feeding into these blanker areas, it definitely have to be the transition is going to be a cad red mixed in the colors. A lot of times you just don't even know that till you get going here. Just like that mountain. I was thinking that mountain was really different color. It was close. No cigars. Okay. This is beautiful. This is really nice to see some of these really good colors working so well together in this one. The purples and reds and the green all kind of going together. And I still got yellows to bring in here yet. And that's going to be fun. That's when it's knock down the blue that's in there a little bit. gray here and that. You know, doesn't have to be perfect either. You know, when you've got an edge like that, just run your brush one time through it. Boom, get rid of it. All right, so clean my brush and go with the yellowish, and we can get going and finishing up the bottom. I just want to get the yellow in here. Let's see if it works. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit of cad red to my yellow, and I think it's just a little pasty, the white. So it's kind of a yellow orange now. It's yellow orange white. Just trying to, hopefully, gonna get it in here. These areas here. Just punch it up a little bit, right in here. Good stroke, like you mean it, right? And just twist it off. And that's it. Even if it's not perfect, you'll feel a lot better if you put it in like you mean it. Sun's in between these fingers here. So, put it in like you mean it. Woo! You know, if this goes in a few spots, just push it in real hard. Let it do the work. You'll do all the blending. It's, just hit those spots. Okay, well, that's pretty much all the yellow goes in. Doesn't really go in too much more. Now I'm going to bring it up a little light with that. A little peachy white in here. Work that, soften the edges with that, and we should be good to move on. Just a little warmth and really makes a difference. A little bit outsides and okay. Put in a few clouds here just by rolling my brush, twisting it off. Little green showing through my All right, I'm gonna switch brushes now. That's pretty much, you know, what's gonna go on for the rest of this too. It's not gonna be like a huge change of anything. And I think I'm just gonna go with like a nice synthetic to finish it off too. I don't think you need a. I'll do a little bit of bristle work on this stuff, but I want to do the sand here. And I already have that burnt sienna in here. That's really good. So I was going to work it up the edges. I want to, I don't want too straight a line because I got a lot of big, strong straight lines. So just a few, bumps, edges, things under the edges that are a little sloped, will probably would be a good thing in this painting. So that's just burnt sienna and this is just burnt sienna and ochre right now. And this was, I had some, put a little gray down there. That was from burnt sienna and blue, pushing that in a little phthalo green probably in there too. And I was just going to lighten it up. Again, put a couple strokes in and walk away. I don't want to get too chalky. So that was chalky. This is chalk. That was chalk. That means definitely was on the too much white in it. Too much pale. I'll keep it a little grayer on the other side. Street color in my color. This is where we're talking about it right here. Just making a little path that got on to the road here. So it could be a path or something. It's always nice because you got this direction, strong direction going here. This and just a little bit of the fence idea would be enough to carry, just to break this stuff up. Especially when you got just a strong line like this leading in here. Could be a little more orange in the back. I think I say orange. I'll put cad red in there then. Just go cad red into the color. That's good. Back there. Probably need to put in just a little bit of the bushes, kind of just move the bushes here a little bit. I did put them in the right angle going back. Push them out perspective a little bit more, but that's okay. We are right there. We are getting to the point where, we're going to put in fence posts and our telephone poles. So, pretty close. Okay. I'm going to go back. I'm going to put a little more burnt sienna into my colors here. want to get a little more burnt sienna right into this area here on this bush right here behind the front of the darker green one behind it. So it's more burnt sienna into, I'm putting it into my blue and burnt sienna mix. Very dark road mix, but now it's really more, a little more burnt sienna showing through it. And I'm putting it in with the bristle. And I want this soft tops. You know. And you can make them with a synthetic, make it soften the tops and stuff, but just so much easier to touch it and have it be right. As I go back here, everything gets green, blue out. Color I'm using here is burnt sienna and blue for all the things that go all the way back here. Not just that. I'm just touching them in. They're probably even more blue. Touch a little blue sky into my color. And just that little different gray should help. I think I just wiped out everything. Now I'm just gonna lighten up. I want my greens. I didn't just go work my brightest greens. I think I'm just gonna go for these guys. Definitely go for my brightest greens in the front, right in the front tops. And then I'll just, as I go back, I'll just be graying it out a little bit. Probably going to the one with just a touch more red into it. For this one. And that's just a little bit of a lighter grayed out version. All the way back. Okay, last little thing we have to do. Going very fast. That's where these kind of landscapes go. That's always great things. Trim this out a little bit. Hold this down a little bit more. A little mushiness. I don't want too perfect. These are sagebrush things. Just an idea. Gotta go with the rest of the painting. Not a too perfect. I don't. You guys might. Just touching the things over here. Okay. I'm gonna put just go to my knife. Done now. Right here, basically done. Only thing we'll have to do is put in some poles, show that you know we were here, and some fences here, got little fence posts and stuff going across. Maybe just a little bit more. Yeah. Sometimes you put things in with it, just with a knife, just a touch dab with a knife. Feels so much better than anything else. Okay. And these poles. Make it, you know, as they go back, they should blue out a little bit. So if I go with the first one being alizarin, not alizarin, the more red, warm red, So it would be Venetian and blue. And I'm just gonna put it on my blade, just one edge. And you see how it leans in there. Oop, before I go do that, my brush was peeling hairs off it. Yeah. You want to make sure to get that one off there before you get going. It's almost too soon to put in these things. I should smooth this stuff out, but I'm going to put it in anyway. So it's no big deal. I'm going to find out where I want it. I want to put it right in here. I want an angle. You know, just a few. I want to put it in. Put it in thin is always better than too thick. I can always touch it with a brush and you know, thicken it out in a second. It's just that really thin thing. So everything keeps going back. That. Just slightly, each one's just slightly different now. As now I'll be just doing the very blue side of this color. Okay. Okay, smaller knife. This it'd be perfect for the tops. That way you don't have to do a lot of extra stuff. Yeah, just right at the top. Uh, just did not grab it right. Try again. I should just be able to drop it in, just put it down, and it should do it. Well, of course, at the bottom, so I'm gonna quit there. Come back and get these. I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil in my cup paint. Just make it run just a little bit better. It's just, yeah. A little bit better than just the noogies on the ends. I'm not going to do the wires, if you don't mind. Just the idea of the wires. And then the fence over on the other side. I'm going to have it go back here. Same thing. Probably red brown would be again the Venetian and blue mix would be fine. Okay. Okay, now it's just putting in sticks. I can do that with burnt sienna. It's almost the road color. You know, twigs and stuff. That's just going to use those just to break up, you know, things that this mass here. Just you can just use the little twigs and stuff to break it up. Like I said, also a couple lines there to draw it together. Couple of lines over here, maybe a taller thing here. Okay, just a little bit more road to go. I'll take this road, make sure it goes full way I can see it. Get the mountain back in here, so that's really just blue back there. Then I got a little touch of cad red, just a hair of cad red. One dot of red in there. Okay. And this, I mean, if you want to put in this, you know, street, the lines, an idea of the lines, it's okay. Just everything just points right back, you know, to that. Definitely don't want to do that. So. Just give it a little bit of brush work just to break things up. I'll bring you guys in for a close up on this. Like I said, I didn't do much color wise for bushes and stuff because I just didn't see much right at this point. The last little thing I'll do on this thing is put in just a little air. And picking out the color for that, I'd probably just do a pinkish, nice warm red that's up here. Just put in a couple lines, dots. Just to break these areas up, these masses up with a dot in them. And a couple little things there. One or two over here. Couple in the sky. Definitely pull that blue sky down. A couple dots. And that's it. You know, these things just have to be a little smooshed together with a little brush, like, or knife like this at the end. It's a flat part of your knife. Just going in, wipe it off. Then if you need to brighten it up, you brighten it up. Okay, I'll bring it in. Let's see what you guys did. Wow, we're early. I figured we would be. So there's the blue, the sky, and the thing. The white road over here. It's a nice, pretty little landscape, you know, that's all it is. It's really beautiful, you know, and I like the color, the purples and stuff in it. You know, I'm gonna probably go in and just clean up the mountains a little bit, the tops of the mountains, so they read a little bit better. And then smoosh some more colors around. But the colors, I'm not going to be changing any colors. I mean, basically, colors we made up are the ones for this painting. So I will not be going through and mixing up a bunch more. All right, we got Jane showed up today. Who else we got here? Eva. Eva's first up. She has everything on. Eva wants to go to bed. So let's see what Eva has. Whoa, Eva. Nice job. No, nice, really great work on that road. I think perspective wise on the road, you're off just a little bit as you go back. You got a little too wide. Or I think, yeah. The very back end of the road went out that way. Just needs to come back in just a hair. Probably just at the right where the road ends, just went out, just flapped out a little bit. So push that back in.
Okay.
And your clouds are working out really nice. You did not listen to one thing I said about the clouds. That's amazing. And you did a good job. Okay, watch the darkness of the mountains in the back, that purple, dark purple in the tops, slightly a little bit too strong. So, gray that out a little bit more. That needs to be more mid-tone. The front, wow. Look at those look at that sage. That's beautiful. I love the colors in that. I mean, that you got the greens and the reds and some grays in that. I don't know how hard you worked on those, but they look really, really good. I like those a lot. And I like the other side, the barrenness on the one side, against the heaviness on the other side. Really nice. Just watch the mountainscape back there. Make sure that's soft at the top, especially just a soft blur top, and not blur, but
I was planning also to work on the clouds to get a little bit of those bright yellow and light kind of outlines.
yeah, I figured you would. You know what? I figured you'd do a lot more yet. But I was just, I really just like those little bushes in the front. I didn't see anything in them, and you saw something in them, they look good. Really like the way you did that. Just you could go a little bit farther into that side then,
Okay.
because those guys are just so perfect. Go ahead and do a few more. You don't have to go very far though. That's the thing, is because it's going to get kind of really brushy. And just work on the mountain, work on the sky a little bit more. The road's really good. Just slight perspective at the very back, and then make sure you can see just a little bit of that road at the very, come out of it. That piece, you can see the way back there. There's a road's way back there.
Right. Okay.
Okay, don't mess this up.
I'll try. Okay.
Great job, Lisa P. Turn on your stuff. Mike's up.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Mike. I knew you'd like this, Mike.
Yep, I like it.
Yeah, you would. Look at you. What you did everything wrong, but it still turns out right. I can't believe that. What the heck did you do, Mike?
Who knows?
Oh man, really good layering of colors. Did you really nice? So man, did you start early on us?
Nope, I just had to paint fast.
Well, you really nailed it, Mike. I mean, the only thing you have to do now is just do a very soft, just soften the edge of that the mountains to the sky.
Okay.
Just soften that line, and it should fall. They should fall back in the distance a little bit more, and that's it. Really great job on the road. I really like the lightness on the very back edge of the road. Really gives you that feeling of light and distance and stuff. That's very good. Yeah, I like everything about it so far, Mike.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. Fun painting.
No problem, bud. I can't fault anything on this one. This is really great. Nice job. Okay.
Thanks.
No worries. Who we got here? Lisa P. Oh, Lisa. I figured this one would be up your alley here. This just being a beautiful landscape, and here she makes it tropical. Beautiful greens and purples going together. Nice aquas. You know, okay. Good road, good perspective so far. You know, you like Lisa is, she's gonna noodle this thing out. And that's good. This is like one of those really good landscapes that you could go either way with it, and it's going to turn out really nice, just because the colors are so good in it. So if you noodle this out, it's going to be gorgeous. You big brush it, you probably work out really well too. Okay, perspective wise, good job on the road. Really great job on the road. You really kept that going. You know, your sagebrush and stuff is going good over on the side there. You know, you're still working on the one side there, and then the mountains are good. You know, just watch the edges again at the mountains. It feels like it's getting a little too warm at the top of the mountains, I think. Just a hair too warm. Warm meaning you probably could cool her off a little bit, you know. It looks like you went a little cad red in a little bit too much in that. So bring back a little bit of into that. Good job on the sky. It's going to look great when you finish it off, blending it out and doing your thing, Lisa. It will look fine. Really nice. I mean, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a really great design. I mean, everything is going really well. What's any problems you're having it or anything?
I'm just having a hard time keeping up, and then I'm just grabbing out of any old pile because I'm so lost. So I have to just go back and stop your video and figure out.
You don't need me anymore, Lisa. You could do this on your own. Look at that. You just blend out those colors. You're there.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do that.
Yeah. I think you're fine, but that's beautiful. Great job. I mean, you can start to see it singing.
I love the reference photo.
Yeah, it was a nice one. But don't expect that ever again.
Yeah,
There's always going to be harder ones from here on on. I'm going to give you guys mud to work with from now on. Sharon's here. Let's see what Sharon has.
There we go. I saw a lot more pink
Sharon.
than you did.
Holy crapola, Sharon. Wow. Beautiful job. Look at that. You took and made it a beach scene almost. Look at that. That's beautiful. That brush stuff I was just throwing away. You really dived in there and pulled something magical out of that.
Well,
that's gorgeous. That's a red, brown, and the colors in that. I don't care. You really did a great job on that. That's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Really smart moving, and I like the way the other side's going too. You really nailed the color of the mountain. Of course, now you got to work a little bit more on the sky and a little bit of that, but the colors it's very natural, very really good job on that. That feels really good.
Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome, Sharon. Sharon, you're welcome. It's good to see you paint this thing so quick.
Well,
I mean,
it's good to be
I'm
painting.
impressed with all your paintings so far. You're doing so well.
Well, yeah, I'm focused.
Good girl.
Okay.
All right. Just work on the sky a little bit more. Push the darks in the sky a little bit more. But I just really like the way you handle the brush on the one side. It just feels really good. Congrats.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Okay. All right, Kim. Let's see what Kim has. Oh, Kim. Yeah. You have to be a show off, don't you, Kim? Look at that.
It's okay.
Nice. Okay. It's a good start. It's a great start, Kim. I would say the first thing that strikes me is the mountain, the way it attaches, the top attaches to the bottom, to the land. I think you got a little bit too light, too cool, too light in the middle.
Right.
That little that light purple, red
Right, I
purple
think the
in
whole
the middle
mountain
right there
is darker
is
now.
pushing it up into the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking good and a nice job. I like the colors on the road, very desolate. I kind of like this. You know, you kind of have this, you know, like really grayed out, dead, you know, bottom peak. Then you have all this beautiful color in the sky. You know, it's really nice. Really good start. What's your next steps?
Let the sky dry a little so I can turn some of these things into clouds. Blend it
Okay.
a bit better. Yeah,
Well, let's
make the mountain a little darker, and then a little bit more, you know, detail on the sagebrush, and then last, when it's all dry-ish, put in the
Yeah.
telephone poles.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Those are just sometimes just thinking these things out, your steps, you know, will save you trouble. And then I want to see all the gravel that's on that street too. I want to see every pebble.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to shake you up a little bit as you go. You're getting too confident here. It's very nice. It's a really fabulous start. Congrats.
Thank you.
I like it. I like it. I like them all. Susan, you better have painted.
I painted. You're gonna think I dropped acid before I painted, but
Yeah. Wow, look at this girl. Are you painting in the dark, maybe?
well, no, this light is terrible. I'm back there where there's light when I'm painting,
Oh,
but
and so you're bringing it out here.
I'm trying
Okay.
to show you you can't really see it, but it just looks like a crazy, I don't know.
You know, okay, the mountains are good. The mountains are really good back there. And they even at this point, you can sort of see that they're probably in the right color range for purples and things. They are cool. And the drawing, you can definitely pull out you have the road in there nicely. The
Well, I
clouds,
didn't
yeah,
do-
the
I
clouds
hardly-
are nice big shapes.
I hardly did anything on the road. I just was going crazy with the sky getting weirder and weirder. And
I was just talking, yeah, just goofing off with that about those being pebbles and stuff in the road. They're like, because there's nothing there for the road. I mean, there might be a line that goes down the middle, a little scratch, but it's so faded you can't tell.
yeah, I didn't do anything down there.
You know, if you want to put a jackrabbit popping across that road, I'd like that. I think, yeah, I'd like to see you do that. You know,
Okay.
something tough. And then, you know, yeah, work on the clouds a lot. You know, the clouds get, you know, they look like that. They do look like a mess and stuff like that until you get the lights going in there right and blend it out a little bit. You're getting, you know, they do, you know, look gonna be muddy, but you know, that's where you got to watch, you know, watch where it doesn't get muddy. You got to keep it
Yeah.
clean. So
Yeah.
it's not quite so much blendy.
Yeah, it
And they'll
definitely
keep it
looks
cleaner.
darker than it is, but yeah.
No excuses. Play like a
I know.
champion, okay?
I can't say that I
Don't
dropped acid.
don't play like the Detroit Lions though.
Oh my
Don't
God.
lose. Don't fall on your face. The
Oh.
finish line. Anyway, that looks good, Sharon. Sharon, finish it up, put it up on the site, and we'll take a better look at it. Did I miss anybody at all? Okay. Back here. Let's see. We are right almost on time. We were a little early, a couple minutes, you know. But you know, a lot of little things that got to go in here yet. You know, little things. If I'll put a rabbit going across it for you. I do have some good reference, and if I like it, I'll send it to you guys. You guys can use it. It's a really long-eared jackrabbit. And I could see him right in here. Kind of going, make up his mind to go across or not go across or something like that. Hey, it's only a few strokes. Nothing much, I don't think. But that's about it. Keep your colors bright, keep them clean, and you'll be, this is a good one to get us to the next one. The next one is going to be some little flowers. I've heard flowers were mentioned. More flowery landscape we're going to do next time. Okay. So we'll be doing some, we did a winter. We did, we could paint winter more too, but we'll catch that. When somebody wanted a dog playing in the snow or something like that. Well, maybe we'll do that. I don't know. We got 4 left. Maybe 5. I can't count. So we'll get some more really good ones in there. You never know. We might do a Burmese mountain dog swimming or something like that. You never know. Something goofy. But anyway, you guys have a great week and everything.
Jim.
Finish these puppies up, get them up on the site, and I'll critique them. But I think you guys are really on the right road right now. Right road. It's only one place. Okay. All right.
Thanks.
All right, you guys remember that. And we'll see you guys later.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Have a good week.
Good week.